Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air, it's Fields. There's Evans, he's got it. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second down, it's Fields. Right back to Evans, he's got it again. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A first down throw for Fields. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he will go all the way. Now for the point after. It's up and through. And his guys are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First play, and McCarthy to throw. Open man downfield, it's Rice. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Throwing again is McCarthy. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
'Cause 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 'Cause
take this back all the way. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And his guys move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Motion man is Rice. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He gets this complete to Mitchell. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
His 1st catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's hoping to come away with a touchdown result.
And he'll be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. He'll try to run with White. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
2nd and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground. But what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation. It's 3rd and goal, but they're not so close anymore.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
On fourth down, here's McCarthy. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Now he'll air one out, and this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they will finally run him down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Going up top for Evans. And that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he's into the end zone. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Motion man is Rice. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. To the air once more is McCarthy. to the left side. That's caught by Mitchell.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Motion man is Rice. To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Boy, he might have gotten away with one there, Greg. You're not supposed to throw it that far across the field, but it works for the touchdown.
Mike, when it came out of his hand, I think all of us in the booth kind of held our breath. That had nightmare written all over it, especially in this part of the field. But sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and he gets away with one and leads to a big touchdown.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On 1st and 10, Fields. This one intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front...
And he's in. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
York, good on the extra point. And the visitors will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We're back to New Orleans and Super Bowl 59 after this. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try to run this one in. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. That is caught by the tight end. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Fields now. This one caught left side by Evans. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Got a man left side. It's caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now Fields. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle, trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Stage is set for a thrilling second half here in New Orleans. We're back underway at Super Bowl 59. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. It'll come out to the 30. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the receivers do off the line.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that they're...
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now McCarthy. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Fields now to throw on first down. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Fields now on second down. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's into the end zone yet again. Point after try, forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. To the ground, a 1st down run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing again is McCarthy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. 3rd and long. The motion man here is Mitchell. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. The pressure all over him. He goes down again. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. They'll begin here on the ground. And the tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Fields. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The motion man here is Wilson. His drive will start on the ground. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. The motion man here is Wilson. On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Alanoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Third and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Throwing right, it's taken in. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. He gets this complete to Mitchell.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, The better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
McCarthy going to look to throw again. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And this defense comes through with the turnover.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. On 1st and 10, Fields. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A big play here in the big game.